there, I'm Heather Sims, a real estate broker in the Dallas area, and today I'm going to give you an unpopular opinion in this video. Are you ready for it? Home inspectors are not necessarily experts. There, I said it. Just so you know, I do love my home inspectors that I use on a regular basis, and I recommend them to all my clients, don't get me wrong. They are great at what they do. But here's what I see happen all the time. Buyers get that inspection report back, and it's like someone told them their baby's ugly. And I get it. You've fallen in love with this house. You're excited about it. And it was a very pretty baby. And then this report shows up pointing out everything, all the blemishes and issues this baby has. And it can definitely feel like an emotional roller coaster, for sure. Like, you love this baby, but now what do you do with it? Do you just throw it out because it's ugly? And that's exactly why I want to talk through this. Because understanding what the report actually means can completely change how you handle that moment. Here's an important thing to remember during the home inspection process. What is a home inspector actually doing? They are looking at the home in a very overall, general way, right? They are looking at everything in the home. They're looking at the roof, the foundation, the electrical, the plumbing, the HVAC, which means they are a jack of all trades and a master of none. And that's not a bad thing. That's actually exactly how it's supposed to work. Their job is to not diagnose every issue or tell you exactly how serious something is. Their job is to flag anything that could potentially be a concern. At this point, I've literally seen hundreds of these inspection reports after the 15 years that I've been in business. So I can actually usually tell pretty quickly what is a big deal and what is not. And that perspective really helps take some of the emotion out of it for my buyers and sellers, frankly. I just recently had a situation that's a perfect example of this. I had a listing where the buyer's inspector flagged a few things on the roof. Now, this roof was only about 3 years old. So, of course, having issues on a 3-year-old roof gets everyone's attention, right? Why is the inspector calling out things on such a new roof? And this is where things can either go really smoothly or start to go sideways. And so instead of assuming the worst, we agreed on the seller side to get the roofer to come back out and check out this roof. This is a professional roofer, an actual specialist. Someone who does roofs every single day. That roofer came out, looked at everything and said, everything is fine. There are no issues and this is why. And he identified the different things that the inspector had identified. But the buyers are still questioning it, right? After he comes out. And that's the challenge sometimes, because really here's how the process is supposed to work. Step 1, the inspector flags something. Step 2, the right expert evaluates it. Step 3, repairs may or may not be needed based on that expert's evaluation. And of course, that isn't just a roof thing. That's for anything in the report. That's it. The inspection report is not the final answer. It's actually the starting point. And here's a really helpful tip for you home buyers out there, and what I advise my own buyers to do as well. When you're going through an inspection report with your inspector, ask them what their top 3 to 5 concerns are. Those reports can be long and pretty overwhelming, and not everything in there is going to carry the same weight. So the question about those 3 to 5 things really helps you focus on what matters the most and gives you that expert advice from the inspector. Now, on the flip side, it doesn't mean you ignore the inspection report. The inspectors are still really good at what they do, it absolutely can uncover real issues. And that's not overreacting. It's not underreacting. It's about getting clarity on what those issues might mean. And that's really where I come in during a transaction as well. My job is to help clients understand what's actually a big deal, what needs a second opinion, and when we need to really bring in the right expert so that buyers can make that confident decision and not an emotional one that's up here, not in here. So if you're buying a home and that inspection report comes back and it feels like a lot, that is very normal. But just know that report is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It's giving you information so you can take the next step the right way and get the experts in there to identify any real problems. If you ever want someone to walk through an inspection report with you and just talk through what it actually means, I'm always happy to do that. I would hope that I'd be your representative if I did that, but I'd love to be a resource for you. So that is all I have for you today. Thank you for watching, and I hope if you like these videos that you consider subscribing. I also hope to see you next week for another edition of All Things Real Estate. Thanks. Bye-bye.
All things real estate.